Did you know that there's actual no physical location in your brain where you will see the subconscious part of the mind, subconscious mind? You can scan it, um, look at every fold and crevice of your brain. You will not find an actual spot that says subconscious. And why won't you find a specific area that's called the subconscious? Well, that's because the subconscious isn't just a single part, it's a term that's used to describe the combined activity of multiple brain systems that are operating in the background of your conscious awareness. So when people talk about the subconscious, they're actually referring to parts like the amygdala, the hippocampus, the cerebellum, the basal ganglia, along with a couple of others. And these parts all work together silently while you're consciously doing other things. So, scientifically, what we call the subconscious is actually a combination of these brain regions I mentioned above, and the subconscious is just a fancy way of saying all the things your brain is doing that you're not aware of. So, if it's not an actual part of the brain, why do we even bother using the word subconscious? Well, that's because when someone is struggling with a belief like I'm not good enough, or a pattern like sabotaging a relationship, or an emotional reaction like panic or insecurity, there isn't just one single part of the brain lighting up. Instead, it's like a group chat of brain regions that I mentioned earlier, and they're all talking behind the scenes, and you're not even aware that this is going on. And each brain region is playing its part. One is filing off old emotional memories. Another one is queuing up a habit that you repeated 1,000 times. Another one can be triggering a survival response. So instead of saying your amygdala is overactive and your hippocampus just pulled an old file and your basal ganglia just ran a loop that you learned at age 6, we just say your subconscious is reacting. Using the word subconscious is just more efficient and less annoying in conversations. It's like when you say the weather sucks today, you're most likely talking about the wind, humidity, temperature, pressure systems, cloud coverage, but you don't say all that, right? You just say the weather sucks. And the same thing goes with the subconscious. It's an umbrella term that makes it easier to talk about the complex, layered processes that are going on in the brain. So the subconscious it's an old word created back when Freud was around, and it's just stuck all these years. So it doesn't have a physical location in the brain. And this is something I thought in my early 20s when I started meditating, when I was trying to deal with my panic attacks and anxieties. I always thought that the subconscious was located behind the third eye, and I sure as hell hope that I wasn't the only one thinking this. So please leave a comment below and let me know if you thought that your subconscious mind was an actual part of your brain. I'd love to hear your comments. Please like, follow, and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.